We are in the building, man. Got a good show today. Just some concerns, questions. Got to break the ice out here this morning, man. Get this thing popping. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's doing well. This is True Masculinity Podcast, and this is your host, Big Cal. Coming live from Aurora, Colorado. We are gonna get down to the business this morning, man. And talk about this government shutdown and the potential benefits, SNAP, EBT, the Section 8 reform or cutbacks to in the HUD program that is planned for the fiscal year of 2026. So we just got to go in on this. And I honestly just want to talk about how everybody just outraged about the situation online, fear mongering. Fear mongering has grown to outlandish levels. So, man, we just got to talk about this, go in on it, have a conversation. Y'all tap in, man, tap in, tap in, tap in. Hop on in here, let's have this conversation this morning. Because it needs to be had, man.
All right, and another big question in Washington, I guess that we should say.
Y'all come on in here, tap on in here with me this morning, man. Let's get this daily bread going. Y'all tap in with me this morning. Let's get this conversation rolling. Hit that like button. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. Just give me a second. Trying to get folks piled on in here. Had this conversation. Had a discussion, man. Talk about Trump. Talking about EBT. Talking about Section 8. Talking about federal benefits being cut back for the fiscal year of 2026. Talking about all the rampant fear mongering that's going on across America right now. Everyone's so dependent on federal benefits, handouts, whatever you want to call it, and it coming to a screeching halt. Man, hey, this is a good day. This is a good day for camaraderie amongst American citizens. This is a good day to come together, to no longer be dependent on the system in which you stand and criticize daily. And criticize, detract from, complain about daily. So what do you, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Just give me a second. Let me get in here, get situated. Hit that like button for your boy Big Cal this morning. Hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button. If you're jumping in here, hit that like button. Turn this Bluetooth off. We're going to get to it.
It's been happening for the past 16 days. It's the shutdown. Every day we see the effects. So what's the latest today on a Thursday?
Well, the latest officially is there's no real change, right? There's no grand bargain being announced. Democrats remain steadfast in their position. In fact, Senator Tim Kaine, who represents the Commonwealth of Virginia, a state with plenty of federal workers, he said he's been traveling around the state on the weekends and he's hearing pats on the back, good things. That people are pleased that they're fighting for health insurance premiums, which Senator Kaine says will increase dramatically for millions of Americans because of these expiring Affordable Care Act subsidies. Republicans, steadfast in their belief, reopen the government, talk health care later. And now we have some impacts. Again, the reason we cover this every single day, Holly, is a few things. One, is there a deal or not? And two, well, what's the impact today? And the big development on this Thursday morning is the USDA has indicated to states that if this shutdown stretches into November, if this shutdown goes past that 1 month mark, and it certainly looks like it may, food assistance programs like SNAP.
Fair use, man. Hey, do not put a strike on me. Fair use. Appreciate y'all able to use y'all platform so I can get this good old daily testimonial, man. But yes, sir, man. This is the chickens coming home to roost. This is the hypothetical, metaphorical, because it's all, nothing's written in blood, nothing's written in stone right now, man. So everything is just constantly changing. We don't know if the government could open back up tomorrow. Nobody really knows, man. So we are out here playing it by ear daily. But it is a great wake-up call for the average American citizen who is dependent, systemically, generationally dependent on the welfare system, the EBT system, the SNAP benefit system, the Section 8, people that want to ride the system, people that are able-bodied Americans that choose not to get their black ass, a white ass, a Mexican ass up and work and get that motherfucking loot and contribute to the economy, contribute to your own welfare and prosperity. This is the chickens coming home to roost. That light out there, man. Who out there is feeling me? Who is out there feeling me right now, man? Hit that like button. Now, me being a black man, I'm going to strictly talk about my community specifically because that is where I see some of the highest levels of dysfunction, some of the highest levels of outrage. So I have to direct my, not animus, but my thoughts onto them. But I'm sure it's plenty other people who also fall in the same category. What's up, your boy Big Cal TNP, man? Controversial Cal coming in. Hit that like button if you're tapping on in here, man. Getting this work in this morning, grinding. What you see me doing on a daily. You see me out here in my work uniforms. You see me out here pushing it, getting that hours in. Never sitting around with my hand out, expecting something to be given to me because I was trained properly by my parents. I was instructed that biblically, if a man does not get up and get it from the sweat of his brow, he does not eat. He does not be able to, commence being a man even. How can you really call yourself a man if you're not able to sustain for yourself? If you're not man enough to get up and put in the work daily, how can you call yourself a man or woman or whatever you want, a responsible adult, if you're sitting around crying and complaining about the system? Yes, I'm going to direct my vitriol toward my community because I have to because they're the ones who are the loudest complaining. They're the ones who are taking a dump on Trump daily. They're the ones sitting around complaining about the system in which they thrive and survive off of. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Hit that like button if you're jumping on in here. Hit that like button, man. I am hypercritical of my people, man. Why? Because we're dysfunctional. We are dysfunctional. We are dependent and reliant upon a system in which we adamantly hate. if you don't believe me, go on TikTok, go on different platforms, and look and see the vitriol that is spewed toward the federal government of America, specifically from the citizens. We just had the No Kings protests. We just had what the left called a global, what's the word that they had for it? I guess a walk, a march, a protest, whatever you want to call it. You know, Antifa-laced protest, whatever you want to call it. Because they were dissatisfied with the leadership in this country. They feel like they have a king. We have a, you know, they feel like we're being ran by a king. You know, I guess Trump's an imperialist. He runs everything in this country with iron fists, and you know, I guess that's the opinion of a lot of liberal left weirdos amongst America, man. But hit that like button if you're tapping in there with me. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Hit that like button, because we are podding this morning, man. I got the energy. It's been given to me. I got the thoughts. I got the information, and I'm ready to give it and deliver it, man. So my biggest thing is the fact that the American citizens, the loudest ones complaining, do not do anything. Listen closely. They do not do anything to detach from the reliance upon the federal system that they complain about daily. Two snaps, man. They do absolutely mother effing nothing about the fact that they're dependent on a government in which they claim is systemically racist, hateful, sexist, all of the above. They claim to hate this country. They claim that healthcare cost is soaring through the roof, even though it's been soaring through the roof for years. The fact that Trump is in office did not change the fact that healthcare benefits are ridiculous, and the healthcare system in America has been ridiculous. Has been considered ridiculous as far as the cost. The fact that free healthcare is definitely not free, and it's definitely something that is not a big thing in America, other than, you know, of course Medicaid, Obamacare, things like that was in place. But the fact is that free healthcare is not easy to come by in America. You know, unless you're a child, unless you're a single mother with children. That is one of the main people that are able to get Medicaid benefits and things like that. SNAP benefits, EBT, Section 8, all the above is primarily a single mother with multiple children. So these are facts. A man like me, I have to go get a job. Either I have to go get a job or go pay for a marketplace health plan out of pocket. That's it. If I want to be self-employed, which I am, I own my own company, I'm a small business owner, I would have to go to the marketplace, do an open enrollment, and get my own marketplace health plan and pay for it my damn self. That's how it works in America. So the loudest ones are the ones who are living a dysfunctional, out of order, biblically life, man. So for me, it brings me straight joy. I don't know if you can see me smiling. It brings me motherfucking joy to see people scared, in fear, and being mother effing hypocrites, if you call me. It brings me joy to see it, to see the fact that the same country that you cry about and complain about being the worst in the globe, y'all are the loudest as far as complaining, but you never, the compliments are quiet as a mouse pissing on cotton. You don't hear any of the compliments, any of the thanks for the fact that you are relying on a system that feeds your kids daily. But I hear no thanks. You think you're entitled. You think you're entitled to it. You think that you deserve it off of no merit of your own, other than being an American citizen. You feel like you deserve these benefits. They should be given to you off of no merit whatsoever. Just the fact that I'm alive, breathing, and shitting out these damn degenerate ass bastard kids. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. And me, for one, I am the loudest to stand out against y'all and to say, you're a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. You depend on the system so you can be dysfunctional and rambunctious and a fucking detriment to your community. You rely on this Caucasian system. A lot of you black women out there, black women, black families, single mama ran households, y'all sit around dependent on the Caucasian, the white man, the European man system and you're the loudest complainers, but you never give thanks or grace or any type of gratitude toward the fact that this system is paying for your health care costs, your dental benefits, the way in which you eat. A lot of you are on Section 8 subsidized housing, public housing, everything. Your eats, your sleeps, your drinks. And some of you are getting actual payments from the government. Money. Literal checks sent to you. It's financial assistance. So we ain't gonna talk about that, man. So me personally, I am ecstatic. Every time I hear about a government shutdown or a situation where EBT and all these federal benefits are being kept from the American public, I am thankful, because it is a duly needed wake-up call for the majority of us out here. For the majority of Americans that's on this system, I think they said they estimated to be around 40 million people in America that use federal handouts, federal subsidies, and things of this nature. So I feel like the loudest in the room need this kick in the teeth. They need this wake up call. They need this kick in the pussy, in the pants, in the ass, as they say, man. They need this. They need it. Because for too long, y'all have ate high off the hog. For too long, y'all have grown lazy, grown dependent, grown dysfunctional, and you've been rewarded from a system in which you take dumps on daily. So how does that feel? That's what I want to know. How does that feel that you sit here and take a dump on the system, on the American system, which feeds you, clothes you, and puts food in your belly and provides medical benefits for your children for nothing, for no cost to you, other than from the taxpayers? People out here clocking in hours, putting in actual work, doing things that actually actionable things to actually sustain themselves independently apart from the federal government and the system. How does that feel that you can sit here and complain all day, but you're dependent damn near fully on the system for your survival? So yes, I am thankful for the fact that Trump and them are doing cutbacks on the Section 8 and the HUD program going into the fiscal year of 2026. I am so thankful for that, because I know too many renegade ass black women out here that think that they are independent, think that they don't need no man, and think that they running shit when their daddy is Uncle Sam. So me as a black man, I'm married and stuff like that, but you know, I see things, I know things. You know, my family, we work hard, we push ourselves to the limit to try to sustain ourselves in this crazy economical climate of the United States, man. We save our money, you know, we try to be smart, efficient, proficient, and you know, look ahead, and a lot of things come our way. You know, as I said before, man, if you don't grind, you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset I've been raised with, and also just being economically responsible. You know, we don't sit here and spend things frivolously on materialism and things like that. We don't sell our soul for earthly possessions and things of that nature. So once you claim and take that mindset back of not being such a consumer and just being smarter with your income and your funds, things become a lot more clearer financially in America. But once you depend on a system of government for everything, now you're dependent and you're relying on a system that you claim to hate. So yes, I'm calling you hypocrites. I'm calling you a bunch of losers. I'm calling you a bunch of demacoons, sellout weirdos. And I'm glad. I hope they kick a lot of these people out on their ass. I hope a lot of people are hungry for Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for that, because I'm sick and tired of the dysfunction within my own community. I'm not talking about the trailer trash meth heads of other communities and things like that. They're going to be hurting too, because they're going to lose their stamps and their benefits and things like that too. And hey, rightfully so, man. But to hell with them. You know, they're not the loudest, and they're not my community. They're not the loudest in the room crying and complaining and pointing things out. And you know, yeah, they're really not. And out here stomping down for protesting on the No Kings protest, man. We already know what them folks are, liberal weirdos, things of this nature. Unfortunately, too many black people are getting involved in the No King protest. I've seen way too many black people out there walking around protesting with signs and things of this nature, looking like dumbass degenerates and things like that. So yeah, man, I like the renegade women of America who have all these broken families, create all these broken homes, all these bastardized kids. They are stressing right now. They are stressed the fuck out, and rightfully so, because you know, life is about to be on your ass. And like I said, I'm thankful for the wake up call. That's more than what I'm happy for. I'm thankful for the wake up call, because We sit here and profess to hate or to have all these issues with the United States and the programs and the leadership here, but you're sitting around yelling and crying, and everybody's out here in outrage. The first sign of them taking some of their assistance away from you just for a month. And it's just potentially. It's not even the fact that y'all crying about the shutdown, crying about EBT, crying about and complaining about the HUD program being cut back. But I said, good. Maybe you should go into your communities and build them up with one another. Maybe you should work in practice I can't speak this morning. Group economics. Which TMP True Masculinity Podcast is the like button. We promote, we support, we are heavy proponents of group economics, working together within your own communities, using your own resources and money to pool resources, and maybe even create community gardens, things of this nature where you can grow your own food, grow your own canned goods, maybe have poultry, livestock. Organize your community. Organize your community. I'm talking about specifically where I'm from, small area. Everybody practices radical individualism. In America, everywhere and everyone practices radical individualism. If somebody has chickens in a chicken coop and they're doing things independently, having eggs, farming eggs, things of this nature, growing their own plants, they're doing it individually. It's not for the community. It's for their own family and for their own devices. And they're smarter to do that. And I respect them. That is smart. That is being self-sufficient and self-reliant upon yourself. I respect anybody who chooses to do that as opposed to be sitting around riding the system. But what I'm saying is, if people can do this on a small level, on the smaller level, which they do, we see it all the time, on these smaller levels, why can't we practice this on a higher level, to a higher scale? That's my question to the black community specifically to black community, because we're the main ones loudest as far as hating Trump, hating the government, saying the leadership is out of order, racist, the country's racist. We cry about everything, but we want their money. But we do want the government assistance. We can sit here and say, oh, you should have given it to me fast enough. Oh, this ain't enough money. This, that, and the third. We complain about the black men not being leaders and in the family and running away from the families and things of this nature. You hear all the black women screaming and complaining about this, but they're not. Where are they at when you tell them to work together? Where are they at when you tell them to get back with your mother, the father of your children, or get under the father of your children and respect him? Use your money, use your resources to pull together to create a system in which y'all are thriving instead of trying to survive off the system that is not meant for you to live off of. The system is meant for you to get a foothold and to move to the next level. It's not meant for you to live your whole life in generations and decades living in Section 8 housing, living in public housing, sucking the EBT system dry, sucking the welfare and the Medicaid system dry, refusing to work, able-bodied people refusing to work. Everybody wants to be content creators. Everybody wants to get out here and spew their opinions, shake their asses on OnlyFans and twerk and talk all ratchet shit and rap and do all this type of idiotic shit that doesn't really give you any consistent gains or any consistent financial value that grows you and sustains you. But no, you just want to complain and ask Trump for more money, man, and ask the government and the white people and European and this European superpower of America for more money. Help me, blah, blah, blah. I'm a descendant of slavery, all this bullshit. Like I said, I am happy when we get a kick in the pants and wake up call from America, man. That is a blessing to me, because I see too much degenerate, renegade ass black women out here creating broken homes and families and thinking they could do it alone. When in fact, as I said before, your husband is Uncle Sam. Your baby daddy, your God is Uncle Sam. And you're lazy as hell. So yeah, hey, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me if you're on here. Hit that like button. I see it all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it even hits home with me, because me personally, like I said, I have a situation, you know what I'm saying, where I just see it like it is and how it is. Like I have a child out of wedlock, my oldest child, and the mother is a defiant renegade bitch that lives off the system. Felony, she's a felon. She was squatting, lost her house, and then the government was her daddy and gave her a Section 8 house, damn near paying nothing. She complained about it, upping the rent to $200. Living off the system, complaining about men, refuses to get under the order and the dominion of a man, refuses to capitulate, refuses to be submissive, refuses just because why? And she is just, I'm saying, this lady is just a microcosm of society. She's a perfect example of what I see when I open my eyes up and look at the community in which I derive from, in which I've come from. And it's disgusting, just to say the least. It is very, very disgusting. It's very disheartening to see women where back in the day, as they love to say, they love to talk about, the traditional man and a traditional woman and how it was back in the day. But yeah, back in the day when there was no system of government where they're giving you free money, free $1,000 in food stamps, fucking $50 rent, $50 rent, they're helping you on your utility bill, all of this nonsense. There was a time when women and men were I'm not even gonna say forced, but yeah, we were forced to cohabitate. We were forced to get along. We were forced to see the silver lining in things, as far as life is not meant for you to have it your way. And that's the thing with these women today, that we have really lost our way in, where they do not want to get under the order and dominion of a man. They're ungodly. A lot of these women are ungodly, combative, argumentative. And the woman that I had my child with, already had 2 other kids for 2 other men. Fool on me. I was like, that's my fault. I fucked up, one night stand, fucked up, had a kid with her. You know what I'm saying? That's on me. I take that lump. But me personally, the woman was a degenerate, dysfunctional ass renegade bitch, so I cut her loose. I stopped dealing with it. Like, she's over here blocking me, not letting me have conversations with my child. I'm just telling you, these are the type of women that we have in America. They'll sit here and complain all day about Trump and EBT getting cut and all this shit, scared, fear mongering, talking about we going through some perilous times, all this fear mongering, crybaby ass shit. But they refuse to get up and work, for one. Lazy ass fucking bitches sit around, don't do shit, don't work, don't put in no work, don't put in no leg work. Think some man's supposed to pay for them and they 3 bastardized kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is really a trick bag that people even like, you know what I'm saying? The whole notion of people sitting out here crying about the government is really a trick bag. You know what I'm saying? They really want people to feel sorry for them and be victims. But no, like, I don't feel sorry for a person who can't cohabitate with a man, who thinks that she's better than men, who thinks that men should do everything for her and she shouldn't have to lift a finger, who think that defiance toward men is some type of form of independence, or like that makes them a strong woman or something like that, when you sitting around leeching off the government, nigga. So they take a dump on the black man, but then they suck the white man's metaphorical dick by getting the goddamn EBT, government, all these influx of free government benefits and things like that, and subsidies, man. So to me, just that, the hypocrisy in that, just because it's an out. Like, that is the crazy thing, that the government has given these black families and single black households, these women, these renegade ass bitches. I don't give a fuck who don't like it, hit that like button, because they're renegades. A lot of these black women out here, the reason that they single mamas and all this is abundant in the black community, because they're renegades. They are renegade bitches, man. They are ungodly. They are breaking the vows that God and the orders that God set forth for us down here on this earth biblically. And biologically, if you're asking me. But God made us biologically a certain way. Now, the fact that now you have an out to run away from your godly responsibilities, they take it. So that's why I say, boom, they're ungodly creatures. The majority of these black women out here are ungodly creatures. I'm talking about the ones that can't cohabitate with men, have broken home after broken home, broken relationship, in a fucked up relationship after fucked up relationship, child at a wedlock after child at the wedlock with different men. They are out of order biblically. I say this too many times, and I hope it sinks in with the TMPers. Hit that like button out there. That don't feel sorry for these women out here. Do not feel sorry for these single mama ran households where, hell, if you got all these baby daddies that ain't shit, why didn't y'all work together? Why are you continuing to have kids with baby daddies and men that ain't shit? And then being solely relying on the government for everything because you can't afford health care. I mean, you can't afford the health care. They say they can't afford to work because they're watching the kids have all these young ass kids that's not even school age. So they say, oh, I can't work. I can't afford child care. Somebody to watch my kids, because that's out of your budget, because you got all these bastardized kids and you refuse to work with men, and you're probably getting little to nothing from once again, a welfare system created from the white man, child support. Child support, another system of government that helps the single bastardized making renegade black bitch out here in America. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Child support, EBT, Section 8, HUD. All of these are tools of the devil to help enable the black woman to be dysfunctional, degenerate, create these degenerate YNs and Cardi B's and sexy red ass twerking, STD having, community destroying women out here and men. Switch toting. Out of order, man. We are out of order, and God is going to tap our ass until we wake the hell up from this trance that we've been put in and entranced upon. So yeah, man. Me, I don't feel sorry. This is the king of controversy, Big Cal, man. I do not feel sorry for him. You will not ever get me to feel sorry for a person who puts themselves in a situation in which they're dependent on the system and they're too lazy to work their way out of it, and then they become reliant upon it, and then they have some type of even ego. The fact that they can get all this help from the outside government and they don't have to rely on or cohabitate with the man who they laid down with and had children with. They don't have to listen and cohabitate with the men who they choose to open up their legs and create forever genetics with. Think about that. They're creating a whole family line with men, not even a man. They create a whole family line, a DNA. It's a whole family line, family tree created off of you with these men, and you refuse to align yourself with them and get under their order and their dominion and their instruction. If that isn't ungodly and devilish, I don't know what is. And the only reason you're doing this is because you're enabled by the European system of government and wealth that sustains you. So where you feel like I said, you have an inflated ego, in one in which no one should have an inflated ego first. Because first of all, ego means edging God out. Ego is not shit. Ego is only to respect yourself. That's what I say. That's the only reason you should have ego, is to respect yourself and have some type of self-assurance, self-confidence, and just belief in yourself. And what do you call it? Self-esteem in yourself. It's not to be shitting on others or thinking you're above everyone else. I say this all the time, man. Ego is edging God out. So like I said, due to the white man giving you all this influx of system of financial resources and sustainability and shelter and everything, now your ego is where I don't need no man. Oh, you not to live. Now you think you're a man. Now you think a man has to get under your order. You got niggas living in your Section 8 dookie ass house and shit like that, motherfucker. You feel me? And project buildings. You got all these niggas running in and out that bitch like a goddamn what they call that shit? The little doors at the hotel, like a rotating door. You got these niggas coming in and out, making kids, dropping dick in you, turning. Hey, some of these women are so done with men because the men don't ran ragged. They think every man they can. The grass is greener. They even turning to eating pussy at this point. They turning the women at this point. Women, black women is turning to women. Degenerate, low life, ungodly, bro. That's all I got to say. Degenerate, low life, and they're ungodly, bro. And they're out of order. And me, for one, like I said previously, I support a government shutdown because it gives us a wake up call and a kick in the teeth that we need, especially in the black community. And I say thank you, Trump. Let me get my conservative hand clap off the Key and Peele. Shout out to Michael Jamal Warner, RIP. Man, that was a good ass skit. I don't know if y'all ain't watch it. Watch the Key and Peele, the black conservative, man. Give my black conservative hand clap. And hit that like button, man. We podding this morning, man. We're having our daily bread. I appreciate y'all tapping in with True Masculinity Podcast. Make sure you subscribe too, man. We spitting that fire this morning. Make sure you subscribe to True Masculinity TNP, True Masculinity Podcast. Like I said, go to that description box right here on my video. You know what I'm saying? I got all my, if you want to donate, show some love to True Masculinity Podcast. I got all my handles right there. PayPal, Cash App, and whatnot. But yeah, back to the message at hand. Hit that like button if you're out there too, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. We got 197 in the building. Man, fill up that chat. I can't see the chat right now. Again, I don't have my other phone with me. But you know what I'm saying? Run that chat up. You know, troll, talk shit, give your opinion. I don't care. I love it all. But yeah, man, back to the message at hand, man. I think it's been received pretty well this morning. I think it's really hitting home. right now, man, as far as just wake up call and this just call to align ourselves with one another, man. Our call to come together, man. That's what it is right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Every time we had government shutdowns, every time with things like that, it's always just not a hoax, but it's always just a bluff. You know, it's never something that really wakes us up. Is, you know, if you ever noticed, the left is known for bluffing. They're known for fear mongering. They're known for trying to, incite folks to be afraid and fearful and things of that nature. But we've never ever had a situation where people just didn't have access to EBT and food stamps and things like that. So it's all, I feel like it's all just political fodder at this point, from the government shutdown and things of this nature. But if it happens, I hope it does. I pray it does happen. You know what I'm saying? I pray that in 2026 they do the 50%, 40% cutback of Section 8 housing. I do hope that they give only people 2 years to be in Section 8 housing, because let somebody else be able to get in there and get that $20, $40 rent, so they can, help themselves and progress themselves in life. Stop allowing these renegade ass, serial bastardized child makers just live high on the hog and put their crusty ass feet up and be living in a Section 8 house for multiple years, year after year after year, and not progressing themselves, staying stagnant, doing the same shit year after year. Let's tap their ass and get them the fuck up out of here. Shout out to Trump, because it's wasteful. It's wasteful. And at this point, you should be chastised, and you should have some type of punishment for your ways at this point, because you refuse to align yourself with what God told you to do, which is the man you lay down with is your husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all out of order in this world biblically, but you lay down to make a child with a man, you need to be under his authority and under his dominion. Period. And that's how God will want it. You know what I'm saying? Why would you lay down with a man that you don't trust? No way. And rhetorical question, because I know a lot of you bitches are dumb as hell that don't do no type of vetting process with the men that they lay down with. Don't even get an STI check. Don't vet them. Don't know if they got baby daddies, baby mamas. Don't know if he backdoor you. Don't know nothing about this man. You know what I'm saying? Or man or women that you be dealing with, man. Y'all are dysfunctional and y'all chaotic, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, women laying down with women at this point. You got women laying down with women, man. Because they refuse to get under the dominion and order of a man. Hit that like button if you're out there. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. And I repeat, I do not feel sorry for none of the above. And I hope they got their grind on. I hope they got their winter jackets on. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. It's going to be a cold winter. I hope they got their winter jackets on. Because look here, if I got to get up, put in 40, 50, 60 hours a week, I believe you should too. Give me 1 second. Hit that like button for me if you're jumping on in here. Yeah, y'all feeling me this morning. I know it. I know y'all feeling me this morning, man. But keep on rocking with me. Keep on rolling with me, man. Let me go ahead and finish up my little y'all keep rocking with me, man. Keep rolling with me. Give me a second. I'm about to roll out, but I'm still talking to you. Y'all stay tuned with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put up my my little picture right here, True Masculinity Podcast. Hit that like button for me. We're gonna ride a little bit. I gotta ride out a little bit real fast. Hopefully y'all can hear me real good. Stay tuned with me. Got to finish off this last little round real fast. But man, you have no idea how much I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all really have no idea how much I appreciate y'all tapping in with me and listening to True Masculinity Podcast, man. Because this message it needs an audience. It needs people to let this message reach them and really set in with them, man. Because I'm telling you, do not feel sorry. Do not feel sorry for these people. Do not. RP, do not feel sorry for these people, because they choose to live a dysfunctional life. They choose to live a chaotic life. They choose to be hateful and dysfunctional toward their men, the men who they lay down with and have kids. Do not feel sorry for these liberal, left, lazy, dysfunctional, out of order people and families. Do not. Because me, myself, I don't feel sorry for them. I feel like they caused this situation on themselves, and they continue to live this same lifestyle. So how can we really feel sorry for a person like that who continues to be complicit in their dysfunction? Why would we feel sorry for them? Why do we continue to feel sorry and pity these people who divide and destroy their own communities? And I say yes to a shutdown, because you know why? Because if they continue, if they do if they do the status quo and continue to give these people the resources and things of this nature, the behaviors in the black community will not change. Yeah, we cooking this morning, man. Hit that like button. We are cooking this morning, man. We're cooking with grease. We're cooking with oil. We're cooking with gas, gasoline, propane. Call me Hank Hill. We are cooking with propane this morning. If we continue the status quo, the actions that we have, that a lot of people have discussed with of the black community, a lot of people, myself included, have black fatigue. I have extreme black fatigue from my own community. I don't give a fuck how it makes me look, what people say. I have black fatigue as a black person. We need to be honest and stop being intellectually dishonest about things. I have black fatigue. If we don't be honest and be honest and say a government shutdown would be something that would benefit us as a black community, a government shutdown will be something that benefits us as a black community. And y'all say, why? Because y'all say, oh, what? Black people, it's gonna be children that starve. Children ain't gonna be able to eat. Who gonna feed my kids? It should be you and your baby daddy, your cantankerous renegade bitch. Why is the white man gotta pay for these children you shitted out? With men you don't even respect and children you don't even show respect for. Because if you show respect for your kids, you will have their fathers in their lives, as opposed to being dysfunctional and kicking them and running their ass out and trying to think you can run a household without men. That's why you need multiple incomes in this world. We need to stop being so what's the word? We need to stop being so much radical individualist as a society, and especially as a community. Due to the fact that we get all this subsidized and federal funding, we feel like we don't. The women feel like they don't need men, and that's the end game. The point that I'm getting at with this whole message. The fact that these SNAP benefits, the fact of EBT, the fact of Section 8 housing, federal funding, all of these things, they make it to where the black woman or in the black family, which is supposed to be the black family now. According to y'all, it's supposed to be single mamas. That's what the black family consists of nowadays. In y'all opinion, and with the optics of today, when you think of a black family, you think of a single mama black bitch with a bunch of kids that look like the goddamn rainbow. All different colors of brown. You dig? All different colors. That's what y'all depiction, and that's what y'all think of when you close your eyes and you think of a black family. You don't think of a black man working a job, a mother, then working together, cohabitating and building something that's supposed to last generationally. Y'all, that's not what we think of collectively. Let's be honest. I'm talking about white or black people. When white or black people think about black families, we think about a single mama pushing the goddamn stroller with a whole bunch of babies that look like all different goddamn colors, on Section 8, living in the projects, motherfucking renegade assholes that don't listen to nobody. So that's why I say that's why I am a adamant supporter of the government shutdown and of taking and cutting back on Section 8 housing and HUD. Cut all that shit back, because it's a waste of damn money. Cut back on the workers, cut back on the money that's given, cut back on SNAP and EBT. Hell, cut back on Medicaid. I don't give a shit, because people need to wake up and work together. And that's ultimately that is the environment that's been created due to the fact that we have a fallen state. Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson, man. We have sunken into a fallen state as a community where we are cool. We're cool with the status quo. We're cool with how the climate of America. We're cool with a whole bunch of bastardized, violent, no direction, no discipline, no guidance, no moral having community of people. We're cool with that. we're cool with the culture. Like, why? Because it fills our jails, you make money, you know. People can continue to make money off privatized prisons, and shit, you can continue the status quo of how things been going, you know, which is, hey, dysfunctionally. You know, we feel like our country's already running to hell. You know, it's the Rainbow Coalition, goddamn LGBTQRSTUV, WXY, and Z. We already feel like this thing is out of order and ran in the order of the devil, it seems like. So it's a devilish, debauchery-filled country and nation that we run. And I feel like cutting back on certain things will make people have to work together. It will either cause mass chaos and looting and stealing and robbery and things of that nature, which I feel like the law enforcement and the National Guard and our national government and our federal army can quell pretty fast. If people think they're gonna loot, break things, steal things, rob, do all type of things, do things that if they put that same energy into what I said earlier, starting a community garden. I'm talking about in your own little small town. I don't care where you at. Little town in North Carolina. If y'all want to sit around, be on EBT, be lazy, be eating how the hog, fucking lazy as shit. You rather rob, steal. I've heard people support the fact that, oh, people are going to be robbing and looting. And they say they should. No, what you should be doing is the same time. It's like the story of the ant and the grasshopper. The same, like you would rather just, you know, get it, sit around, be lazy all the time and get shit handed to you, man. No, the ant is always going to be the one that wins, not the grasshopper. Y'all, the black community is the metaphorical grasshopper in that story, man. Why don't you put that same energy when you about to bust in fucking stores and shit like that and rob and loot things because you feel like you feel like the government benefit system is a right that you should have and things of this nature, when it's not. It's not. The EBT welfare system is not your right at all. It's just a system of government. That's not your right, like you have a right of freedom of speech and things of that nature and all that. You don't have a right to be getting free money from the government and handouts, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Wake up. Wake up. Hit that like button for me, man. TNP. If you put the same energy that y'all want to go looting, breaking in, doing all type of degenerate low life shit, if you put that same energy into building up your communities, having food banks, community gardens, saving up, canning your foods, jarring your foods, learn how to seal them up good, save them, preserve them, work together, maybe build some type of situation where y'all can have clean drinking water. You boil it, you distill it, you clean it out, things of this nature, where you're not so, like basically how it was back in the day, where you're not solely reliant and dependent on the government in which you say you hate and you say it's against you, even though they feed you and give you everything. 40-something million Americans own the government, own government assistance. So you sit here, that's why I say the hypocrisy is alarming. The hypocrisy is alarming, man. And intellectual dishonesty is alarming, man. It is alarming. Like, how can you say you hate something in which that literally, yeah, I hear these black bitches with these stupid ass memes talking about, how can you love a man that don't pay for you, but you love your job? I mean, but not love your job that pay for everything. How can you hate the government that motherfucker does everything for you? But you know what I'm saying? Like that's the same argument. How can you hate a government that does everything for you and your children and your families? When you have no sense of independence damn near whatsoever for the majority of Americans out here that's on the system. You damn near have no sense of independence whatsoever, bro. They can kick you out of your house in a lot of these places if you do something. They can snatch the stamps away from you at any time. Like, how is this something that's functional and helpful for our community? It's something that's setting us back, man. It's literally setting us back. And that's my biggest argument and discussion that I wanted to be had today, is that the federal welfare system supports degenerate, low-life, renegade bitches, man. And bastardized children makers that's out here destroying the community. So I feel like take it back and force them to do something. And if they want to think that their kids, these bastardized kids, gonna up the switches and steal and rob and loot, Trump got something for you. 45, 47 got something for you. And it might be a 45, you dig? Might put your ass under the jail. Might put you back in chains, like Biden said, nigga. Hey, shout out to TNP, man. Because I don't give a fuck about no law-breaking ass motherfucking degenerate goddamn bastards out here that want to think that they're entitled to goddamn money and entitled to welfare and EBT and feel like if they feel like if they don't get it, then the system is attacking them. No, your mother attacked you when she had all these random dicks in her and didn't didn't vet the man she laid down with, and now he's the problem, and now she don't want to get on board with none of the niggas, and now she ain't never the problem. She's a black queen out here. Bullshit. As my coach would say, bullshit. Bullshit. Shout out, man. Shout out to Mose Rising, RIP, man. My head coach back in the day, North Carolina Central University. But yeah, man, I call bullshit, man, and I say it is complicit in our dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? It is a huge contributing factor to our dysfunction and our dysfunctionality amongst the black community specifically, because that's what I speak on, the black community. I don't concern myself with the collective. I concern myself with the people who I identify with. I know it's a lot of impoverished people who do rely on the system, and unfortunately, you know what is crazy? The craziest thing, when I have, because I've seen many of different cultures, being from the South and being where I'm at, the people, it's funny, the people who are on the system who are of other races, I'm talking about Hispanics, I'm talking about legal immigrants, I'm talking about Caucasian folks. It's funny, they do not utilize the system the way in which the black families do. They are still together. They are married. The mother and father are together with the children. They're working in progress to get towards somewhere. They're not just thinking, oh, I'm on the system and fuck everybody or fuck the man. They're not. It's not creating a divide amongst men and women in their communities, and that's the saddest part that I have to say about the black community. It seems like the welfare system creates a divide amongst the black men and black women. Well, other communities, when they get government benefits, they use that shit to thrive and to help themselves do better down the road generationally. They use it as a stepping stool to promote themselves and shoot off into positivity, man. The black community uses it as a crutch to think that they're better than someone and think that, oh, I no longer have to be under the autonomy and authority, and I don't have to cohabitate and listen to the orders of a man anymore, which is dysfunctional and degenerate and low life as hell. And we wonder why the culture is full of sexy reds and thought ass hoes and bitches and shit like that. They have pop out baby after baby with men they don't even fucking know or like, and then niggas don't even like them. And no wonder why our communities are chaotic. You know, drug ran, criminal violence, gun violence, bastardized kids running left and right. Nobody has any type of real education. They don't take pride in their education. They don't take pride in ownership. They don't own any land. They don't own any real estate. They don't own any housing. It's sad. It's sad, man. And it's all, in my opinion, it's all organized. It's all a part of a purpose and a plan to keep y'all away from each other, to keep the resources as radical individualists as they can. They want to keep y'all as radical individualism. That's what they want to keep y'all in the system of that. So therefore, you can't use group economics, which is what happens when you're married and have kids together. You're supposed to put your resources together to make things happen faster, as opposed to being on a system government and relying on them one income or just the government to survive. That is not how you're going to build your strong families. That's how you're going to be getting free lunch and shit, broke as hell, and refrigerator still be empty. That's the crazy part. Motherfuckers still be spending their money on bullshit, eating goddamn Pop-Tarts and selling their stamps and thotting off, and not, bro, they still don't help y'all provide. They still don't do right by the money, the free money that they get. That's the crazy part right there. They still don't do right. And it's just sad that the two communities do not act the same. One community could get money from the government and they continue on. They love their husbands, they love their wives, they love their kids, they sit together, they're functional. But when a black community, when they instituted that and started giving people free government handouts, that was a green light for black women to say, I guess, we're really the dysfunctional renegade bitches of America, man. Because I don't even feel like the black women that really are the real queens, they're doing as other communities are doing, and they're sticking with their men. And they're working together to try to build something. The renegade bitches that are probably been here, the low life, degenerate assholes, they use it as a green light to say, fuck my community. I'm the queen. I'm the boss bitch. Fuck a nigga. I don't need a nigga. You can get out. I don't need you. And call the cops on you. All type of shit that just causes chaos and dysfunction. So that's my biggest deal. It's like, why do other communities, majorities, still work together when they get benefits and they still find value in the men and in the family dynamic? But with the black community, it's a green light to blow this shit up with TNT and C4. As soon as I get to a fact, well, as soon as the rabbit get a gun and I get some footing where I feel like I don't need you financially, because I can do, as they say, bad by myself, I'm not going to progress. Because if they do need you financially, that's the crazy part. You do need them, but they feel like, oh, I can just survive and make it without you. They do it at the first, drop of a dime. And that is cultural. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't blame nobody else for that. We can't blame racism for that. That's cultural. We love to talk about, like that movie, I forgot it was, where They said black men couldn't stay in there and this, that, and the third. Man, that's bullshit. Like I do feel like it happened, and you know what I'm saying? But if you were married, people weren't married. You know what I'm saying? That's why they did that. Like back in the day where they said men, if you couldn't stay in the house with the women, if this, that, and the third, they weren't married. You just having kids out of wedlock. If you were married, you'd be able to stay there. Y'all be able to work together to build yourself up as a family. Like people are already living out of order, man, and they wonder why our black community lacks like it does. So I mean, it's really wild, man. Let me go ahead and do this little baby round real fast, man. Y'all stay tapped in with me, man. We ain't done. We're gonna watch some of these videos and we're gonna try to give our own explanation and opinions on some of these videos. So, but y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back, man. TMP, hit the like button, subscribe, show some love. Appreciate y'all tapping in with TMP, True Masculinity Podcast. I'll be right back. Y'all just give me a little second, man. Y'all stay with me. You know you're getting this good gospel this morning.
May be the next victim of a prolonged shutdown. In fact, I think we have some video that the state of government, the website in the state of Minnesota this morning, they've indicated that they've received notice that a shutdown going into November will impact food assistance programs, and their
the same thing was said for North Carolina, where I'm from. Like I said, give me 1 second. I will be right back. And I'm back like I never left. What's up, what's up, what's up, family? Ran through that building real fast. Got in and out that mother sucker. What up, family? What up, 10 Peers? We back. Finish up these last couple scans. We're working hard. We're working hard, not hardly working, man. Y'all tap in with me. Hit that. Oops, excuse me. Wrong button. We're working hard, not hardly working. Hit that like button. I'm so good. And I never am when I'm in a place. Cause you and your man is planning to hate. Shout out to TNPers out there, man. Tapped in with me, man. I am the last of the 80s babies. 1989 born, man. We're one of a kind, dog. If you are a millennial, we are one of a kind. We are one of a kind. I say this all the time. It will be us who will rebuild this nation into the prosperous nation that we have the vision for, man. We have beautiful vision of a prosperous nation, and we will be the ones to help build it, man. If you ask me, we will be the ones to help build this nation back to prosperity and to where the level in which it should be. But let's listen to some of these videos, break them down. Let's talk some ish. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some of this actual informative messaging in and some of this, sound bites and clips, man. Let's listen to it. Let's get it.
Website goes on to say that as of last, no longer accepting new applications. This is the part I was talking about. No longer accepting new applications for food SNAP benefits. So we're already talking about the impact on SNAP in Minnesota. I was just speaking with our Scripps News group in Denver. They're seeing local impacts there of new SNAP applications not being approved this morning because of this prolonged shutdown. Certainly doesn't look like SNAP will be saved like WIC was saved, the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children. The Trump administration using tariff revenues to keep that going. The president's used research and development funds to pay troops. It doesn't look like SNAP, which tens of millions of Americans rely on for food on their table, it doesn't look like that may be heading in that direction should this shutdown again be prolonged. One development again is that there is no development, and here's Leader Senator John Thune and Senator Chuck Schumer speaking on Capitol Hill yesterday about the status of the shutdown.
I think the American people are wondering when the Senate Democrats are going to end their temper tantrum and vote to reopen the government. Every day that this goes on, the problems are compounded for federal workers and for ordinary Americans.
People get sick. People will lose their insurance. People will die. Plain and simple. Republicans know this, and yet neither Trump nor congressional Republicans are even trying.
I am tired of the fucking dick measuring contest that goes on amongst politicians and in politics, man. It is insufferable. It's sickening. They don't give a rat's ass about the common day American, and I'm going to be adamant and say what I feel like saying, what I think, that nobody gives a shit about us down here at the bottom, man. And that's just facts. That's facts, man. You know what I'm saying? All these down the aisle arguments over nothing. You know what I'm saying? One side points the finger at the other talking about stop the government shutdown. The other side points the finger at the other talking about stop the government shutdown. Make it make sense, man. We're not fools. We're not puppets. We're not people that for your amusement and playthings. Have some respect for us as the people who are this nation. Politicians are nothing but snakes. Cory Booker, all these fucking weirdos back there, they are nothing but snakes lining their pockets for their own well-being and amusement, man. So yeah, man, they don't give a shit about us. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Cause all I really know is they don't really care about us. They don't care about us, man. They do not care about us, man. But we got to realize that, and this is why I'm having this message, as derogatory as it had may sound to the ears at times and at points throughout this video. My message is togetherness. I don't care what I have to say in order to get to that messaging and to wake up your cognitive dissonance and to tap dance on that motherfucker and make you feel some type of way. I don't care. I want people to feel shame for the way in which they conduct themselves out here. I want us to be together so we're not relying on a system of government to control our everyday lives. The only people that should be concerned should be people that's losing paychecks that work for the federal government while they're shut down. We should not be worried about food, things of this nature, all of that. We should not be worried about food. That is a human rights situation in which us humans don't care about each other on this low level. We rely on the government. We don't care about one another. So now we're dependent on them for our survival. It's a wake-up call.
solve the healthcare crisis.
All right, Holly. So where is the deal most likely, right? The deal, if you listen to Schumer, if you listen to Senator Thune, Senator Schumer, the deal has always been somewhere with these Affordable Care Act subsidies. And this morning, in an interview on MSNBC, Senator Thune says that he's told Democrats privately that he would allow for a vote on extending subsidies in exchange for reopening the government. Said he wouldn't guarantee that would pass, but then he would allow for it. So what does that mean? It's 47 Senate Democrats. You'd have to get 13 Senate Republicans to join them, and you'd have to get a commitment from Speaker Johnson to put that legislation on the floor of the House, as well as a commitment from President Trump to sign it. So that has always been the way out of this. But we're nowhere close to saying that the shutdown is going to be ending anytime soon. In fact, Senator Kennedy of Louisiana, Holly, said yesterday that he could see this going past Thanksgiving.
Wow. But does that put Republicans in a little bit of danger as far as appearances go? Because if they do put it in front of another vote and the Republicans can't come to some agreement, then the Democrats can point the finger. So is that really a viability, or is this something that might happen behind the scenes? Work it all out so when we get to a vote, we're guaranteed to have a solution.
Well, let's start with the Senate. You need 13 Senate Republicans. Where can you find them? You can find them senators who are moderate, right? The Senator Collins of the world, she's in a tough re-election fight in Maine. Senator Murkowski of Alaska. You pick up a couple from the moderate camp. Then you have the retiring senators. They're less beholden to the bottom line. And then you have Republican senators who are looking at their own states. And remember, there are plenty of Republican states where you have significant impacts by these increasing premiums, right? I mean, you're talking about a lot of states in the South particularly have high populations that rely on these subsidies. So that may be where you find the 13 votes. But again, that's only step one. Step two would be you need Speaker Johnson to say, yeah, if the Senate passes that, we'll put that on the floor. If he doesn't say that, then you have issues in the House. And of course, you need a commitment from the White House for President Trump to sign it. So that's the way out of it. But again, everyone's kind of thought that for a while now, and we're nowhere close to this ending. We're talking about food assistance programs like SNAP potentially going away this morning.
Wow. Okay. And it seems like, you know what, you and I could probably climb Mount Everest easier at this point without any training than they're going to come to an agreement. But there's always hope. All right. Scripps News Deputy Political Director Joe St. George for us. Joe, thanks. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, man. Section 8 in trouble?
Like most of our shutdowns is an austerity versus spending problem. Do you read this as a increased frequency of risky events for Section 8 landlord?
If the government shutdown does not end, as of November 16th, rent payment checks may stop coming.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode.
It's going to be a cold winter, man. It's going to be a cold winter. Expands order to protect federal employees from layoffs. News about shutdowns, government shutdown. Government shutdown could last through Thanksgiving. Blase. We all know these things. We know what's going on, folks. We know what's going on. Section 8, government shutdown. Expands orders to protect federal government. Johnson says Dems are being ran by the mob. We're supposed to get layoff, furlough. We need housing for all. The government shutdown could kill Section 8 as we know it. Let's listen to
9 babies. And I want to know why they ain't put my food stuff on that card. I done been waiting. I done did my application. And I got 3 handicapped babies. I need to know why my food stuff ain't on my card.
Hey, matter of fact, we're gonna get to some of these. We're gonna get to TikTok, and we're gonna see some of these actual real live events and videos of people who are out here, speaking out against these situations and these events that's taking place with this government shutdown. So yeah, let's get down to the nitty gritty. The lady says she has 3 handicapped kids, and she's trying to understand why her EBT card is not loaded up. Where? So many questions. So many questions. Just give me a second real fast. We got to unpack this. We've got to unpack this, man. So many questions. Where are the fathers of these handicapped children? What do you do for work, and why can't you supply your own needs as far as financially with food? And what is going on, man? Why do you have these kids busting out goddamn crazy ass goddamn Riri kids, and you can't take care of them? This is the black community. Wake up. Alrighty then. We're back. Hit that like button. Tap in. Start from the beginning of the stream. Do what you gotta do, man. But I will not leave you again. We are done. I done completed all my tasks. It's time to bust that ass. About to go find me a good place, sit down. Let's have this good old conversation, man. Let's finish this thing up. Finish it strong.
I have 7 kids, 7 different baby daddies. Yeah.
Ha! Excuse me, man. I'm sorry. That shit was fucking retarded and funny. Give me a second, man. We gotta unpack this. We have gotta unpack this. What did I just get finished saying to you people? This woman is a proud renegade bitch talking about I have 7 baby fathers and 7 kids. This is a proud renegade. We have sunk into a level in which degeneracy and immorality is prevalent and it is acceptable. Do not feel sorry for these renegade, system draining, defiant, ratchet, ghetto, hood booger hood rats. Do not feel sorry for them. Do not empathize. These women are emotionless. They will sit here and cry 1,000 tears to the government about money, but they won't cry for their kids who are raised without fathers present. They will disrespect and put their baby fathers through hell. They will put them through literal hell to try to establish a relationship with their children, to be around their children, to have a voice of opinion within their children's lives. They will give them hell. And in the same breath, they will get on social media, the talkies, the Facebook lives, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the Twitters, also known as X today. They will get on X, their X accounts. Let me get this thing popping and get it back right.
7 different baby daddies. I heard it.
They will get on their X accounts and cry 1,000 tears to the white man, the YT man, about helping pay for my kids. When they sat here and laid down and fucked 1 million niggas and had kids. And they will ask the system of government, which they complain about and say is racist. Everything is racist. And at that same cum sucking wife, cum sucking mouth, these bitches will never be wives. I don't know where that comes from. These bitches will never be wives. They're nothing but bastard factory makers in between their legs. But with that same cum sucking mouth right there, they will come to the white T man and cry and complain online about why I can't get my benefits. Where's my benefits? Don't feel sorry for these bastardized BT1000s, man.
You heard it right here. And I do receive $3,000 in EBT full stamp.
She says they have 24 hours. I don't know because Section 8 didn't pay this month or last month. You guys, my landlord just showed up to our house, our trailer, okay, and told me that we have 24 hours to move. 24 hours, not even 24 hours. She's giving me till 4 o'clock tomorrow to be out. Me and my 6 kids, because Section 8 didn't pay our rent this month. And then when
no, you didn't pay your rent this month. You didn't get up and work and pay your rent this month. Talking about Section 8 didn't pay your rent. Stop being so reliant on the system of government instead of being reliant on your own families and your own economic resources. Group economics destroys the reliance and the dependence upon a big government. If people pool their resources together, systemically work together, use your mind, use your community, you will no longer be enslaved to these federal handouts. Change your mind. When you become dependent on a system of government, you now become their slave. Now you're out here belly aching and whining about something that you should have took your own onus, responsibility, and accountability upon your own life to do your due diligence. Now you out here making TikTokies, whining and complaining, when you didn't build your family up correctly, soundly, with any structure at the bottom, no base. I don't feel sorry for you.
She went to go look back because they didn't pay this last month. She realized they haven't paid in 3 months, and you're just now telling me? Just now. She doesn't even have an eviction on paper. She's threatening to turn off the utilities if we're not gone by tomorrow. Where the hell am I gonna go with 6 kids? Where? Because
bitch, you can go to hell. That's where you can go. Where's the men in your life? Where's your family? Radical individualism makes you dependent on the system. I don't feel sorry for you. Where is the men in your life? Where is your support system? Why did you lay down and have all these fucking kids if you don't have the financial resources to take care of them? Or you don't have the hustle to get up and do it? Or you don't have a man to go work and y'all can go back and forth as far as watching the kids. Dysfunctionality, being dysfunctional shall not be supported in Trump's America. No longer. Shout out to Trump. Excuse me. Shout out to Trump. Degeneracy, dysfunctional behaviors, low IQ behaviors and habits will no longer be supported in Trump's America. Hit that like button. We are leaving these people behind. People with no accountability. People with no hustle. Complainers and not workers. Non-actionable people will be left behind in Trump's America. You must carry your own weight. We will not sit and let you pull down this country any longer. If you didn't put in the work, that is your responsibility, and that is what you have to deal with. It's not a government issue. It's an individual issue. Nobody feels sorry for y'all. Work together. That is my solution for everyone of all creeds and backgrounds. Nobody feels sorry for your ass. You choose to be a renegade, dysfunctional ass bitch. And this is what it gets you.
anywhere I go, I'm gonna need first and last month's rent. And then she expects me to come up with almost $4,000 in back rent because Section 8 decided they...
You weren't paying rent for 2 or 3 months. Where's the money you're making? Where'd the money go? What you doing with all the money that you're supposed to have been working for during these 3 months in which you didn't pay rent? Where are your finances? Why are you dependent on the government? Nobody cares.
Aren't gonna pay my rent? This is bullshit. What kind of rights do I have? She can't do this to us. Where are we getting this, Mom?
So guess what? We gonna be the ones walking around in the grocery store with the big baskets, cause we deserve it. All these years, they've been letting people with no job. They walking around with 2-3 baskets full of groceries, and us hard-working people, we got a little handheld basket with 2-3 items.
Hey, tell it like it is, sister.
In there, cause that's all we have left out of our check. And they sitting around getting fat food, eating lobsters and shrimp and crabs and all this other good food, and we can't even eat that. And we the ones going to work.
Hey guys, yes, it's true that the White House is proposing to eliminate the Section 8 voucher program, and what they want to do is basically put a time limit, which is a 2-year time limit on all able-bodied citizens. So if you're able-bodied, meaning that you're not a veteran, you're not disabled, you're not elderly. If you're able-bodied and can work, and you're going to have a 2-year time. That's what they're proposing, a 2-year time limit, and that's no more Section 8.
What makes you think that people who get Section 8 and food stamps right now don't already work? And why they got to be lazy? That's not true. That is definitely not always the case.
I don't understand. Why do people...
It's majorly the case. Let's stop being intellectually dishonest. For the majority, that is the case. Just like that woman before. She's probably on food stamps too. 6 kids, probably not working, probably complaining she can't get nobody to watch her kids. I can't afford daycare. Why you have all these fucking kids then? Yeah, I would say for the majority, the people that are on Section 8 and all these benefits are lazy fuckers who don't work. Because if you work, they take it from you. 2 snaps, man. If you worked 40 hours, 50 hours overtime, 10 hours overtime, if you actually worked and got a suitable check, you would not be able to get all the benefits in which you get and receive. So yeah, I do think y'all are a bunch of lazy motherfuckers who probably work 10 hours a week and expect the government to take care of everything else. Fuck out of here.
Will get off on seeing other people miserable or their lives kind of like falling apart a little bit.
We've been hearing a whole...
You created this shit for yourself. People aren't happy because y'all fought. You created this situation and now you want people to feel pity for you. Fuck out of here, man. That's what True Masculinity Podcast say. Get under the authority of a man is what True Masculinity Podcast says. Get underneath the authority of a hard-working man and stop thinking y'all trying to get these 6 feet tall niggas and niggas making 6 figures and you living in Section 8 housing and you broke as shit and you think some super motherfucker's gonna come through and pay everything. Some super rich millionaire, $100,000, $200,000 a year type nigga gonna come through and do something for you. Stop. Get underneath the nigga that work at second shift at the plant. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Get under the trash man. Get under the teachers, whoever, the meager salary earners. Get underneath him. You get you a job. Y'all put y'all money together and resources. Y'all work together. Y'all thrive and survive, man. Nobody is getting kicks off of seeing y'all motherfuckers because it's gonna be more degeneracy and chaos if y'all ain't getting y'all stamps. We already know y'all have no accountability. We know what y'all gonna do if y'all don't get y'all stamps. Y'all gonna loot, break shit, blow shit up, tear shit up, set fire to shit. We already know what y'all gonna do if y'all don't get y'all a little bit of stamps. Rob, steal, the same shit we already got going on anyway, but it's gonna be 10 times worse. We know y'all are dependent on it. Y'all think y'all entitled to it. Y'all think somebody owes y'all something in life. And we've already heard people talking about what's gonna happen, and they support it if they do. I don't. Don't rob shit, don't break shit, bitch.
A lot about cuts to food stamps and cuts to Medicaid. We are all thinking about the people that receive the benefits, but nobody is talking about the hospitals, the doctors, and the grocery stores that receive their share of over $900 billion in revenue from these programs.
Y'all, please tell me y'all seen that lady on TikTok, the Caucasian lady talking about the food stamps, crying because the food stamp office cut. She got cut off of food stamps, $4,000 of food stamps, cut off her Section 8. Her Section 8, I think she was paying like $86 or something a month. She got like 6 or 7 kids. She gets Social Security. She get welfare. She gets everything. Y'all, she's on there crying because they cut her off everything and they told her that she's gonna have to get a job, y'all. And that's not even the bad part. The bad part is like she's capably able, like she's able to work. Like
get a job.
She's
bitch.
like, I can't work, and then she paused and she was like,
people need to get a job. Get a job, bitch.
Well, I can work, but I don't want. What am I gonna do? I told y'all before, and TikTok fact checked me and say I was lying about President Trump said he was gonna stop the food stamps. What am I gonna do? I told y'all they was gonna stop Section 8. I told y'all.
What you're gonna do is cut that gorilla pad off your head and stop looking like a goddamn gorilla. Magilla gorilla.
They was gonna stop Section 8 housing.
Been like a handicapped Kevin Samuels, nigga. I mean, damn, it's like a handicapped Kevin Gates and shit, nigga. That bitch look like a dyke Kevin Gates, nigga. Like that's Kevin Gates' mama and shit, ain't it? All my really diamonds, could they really shine in his face ass, nigga. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Food stamps. What am I gonna do? I ain't gonna have my Section 8.
Go
I ain't
work.
gonna have my food stamps. What am I gonna do, y'all? And TikTok fact checked me and said I was lying, and I told y'all they was gonna cut the food stamps off. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna have my food stamps. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna be able to get my $0 I get a month in my food stamps. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna be able to get my $0 that I get a month in food stamps. What am I gonna do?
The government has not failed. The people is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Here's what families must do now. You must work together. That's one of the things I've been adamantly for folks for the longest time. Let's see if I can find that TikTok and let's see it. We are going to do this real fast and we're going to be done with it. One more video to review Section 8.
In 2 years, I'm going to lose my housing. All because the guidelines for Section 8 have changed since you-know-who got into office. they're saying that if you have a child that is school aged, meaning if you don't have to stay home with your child, you have to be able to obtain employment, have a full-time job, and you cannot be on Section 8.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Us people with kids out here working, what is wrong with that? What is so wrong with the guidelines and that they're changing for Section 8 and housing vouchers? What the hell is so wrong with that? If you have kids that have a school age, that means you can work from 6 to 2, ho. Put them on a bus and go to work. That's what they did back in the day. People didn't sit around dependent on the system to give them everything in every walk and way of life. That's why I had to jump to TikTok, man. TikTok gives you some of these, personal accounts for what's really going on out here, man. So people can have to give their real opinion, and it can really get pushed to the front of the algorithm. You just search it and look it up. And it comes in all communities are facing this issue. It's not just a black or a brown problem at all. I never ever said that. I never said that. We already know it's plenty of trailer parks full of people on Section 8 and on federal EBT, Section 8, government housing, all the above. We know it's plenty of people on the system out here of all colors. They was even giving out system and federal benefits to damn illegal immigrants and legal migrants. So it's time for the cutback, man. The orange man is in office, man. It's time to stop playing with y'all, dog. The games are over and the gloves are coming off, man. We're tired of playing with y'all. You're lazy. You're lazy. You're entitled. Look at this bitch. Got a goddamn, you can't even see a chin. You're riding high off the hog. You're sitting around not doing shit, but on Netflix and doom scrolling all goddamn day. Go doom scroll at a goddamn job. TNP, baby.
Last 2 years, unless you have a disability. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? God forbid I have the stress of being a single mother, right? I have to depend on.
You chose that. Like I said, bro, but my videos don't miss. My videos don't miss. Go back, rewind, watch from the beginning to the end. My videos do not miss. These single mothers, don't feel sorry for them. Got all these kids, where are the fathers? Why aren't you able to cohabitate with the fathers and get under his authority? Why aren't you able to put your money together with the father to create a lifestyle that even living on the system could not provide for you? And you'll be able to have the dignity of having independence and autonomy amongst yourself, to know you did this, to know that you put your boots on the ground and worked your ass off to be able to create independence for yourself and economic independence for your family. Isn't that, take pride in something? You take pride in sucking the system dry and then sucking these niggas' dicks and having babies with different niggas. Don't feel sorry for you, bitch.
The government to help pave my way, because it's really hard raising a child on your own when the government is pretty much your baby daddy, you know you're gonna get that.
You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. It's their baby daddy, it's their father, and it's their God. And that's why, hey, shout out to Trump. Shout out to that orange man. Shout out to 45 and 47 for putting that boot to their ass and getting this fire started and setting fire to their ass and making these people act. Because that's what it's going to do. It's going to make you act. You can't just sit around being lazy, riding high, eating high off the hog no longer, man. And I, for one, could not be more liberated by the fact. I feel good. Because I feel like it's going to affect all of you renegade hoes who are disrespectful toward the men you lay down with and have kids with. This is going to be an eye-opener for the fact that, wow, I need people. I need the citizens and I need the community just as much as I need to suck the government's dick. Suck Uncle Sam's dick, bitch. Now you're waking up and realizing, damn, the sense of community is needed. We've been sitting here and telling you the whole time to get with your baby fathers, to respect men, to use group economics, to cohabitate and work together in order to thrive. So when the options are no longer on the table anymore, let's see how you act then. I can't wait. Let's see how cantankerous and ornery and disrespectful and combative you are then, when you no longer have the option. When you're out here forced to eat grass and rocks and shit and eating insects and worms and shit, goddamn it. And you gotta actually be out here fending for yourself. Maybe you have to actually out here buy you a reel and a hook and go out here and fish and shit. Actually put some real work in. Maybe go ahead and kill some wild game and shit like that to survive. Let's see how you really act then. TNP, baby. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in with TNP this morning, man. It's been a great live this morning, man. If y'all on here right now, go ahead and subscribe to True Masculinity Podcast. And we're coming with way more great hits, way more great content. Appreciate y'all tapping in with True Masculinity Podcast this morning. It's been a great show. I am so thankful and gracious for y'all coming on here and gracing me with y'all presence and engagement. Man, like I said, man, hit that description box. TNP is right there. All my links to all my Cash App. You feel like providing some type of support for the channel, man, and this good old ghetto gospel you getting this morning, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man. It's all love all day, man. TNP, man. We out here, man. Out here 5,000. Peace, man. We out of here, man. Peace and hair grease.